Wherever you are, this is Dfredoluoch, the hype master. God created man and woman in the Garden of Eden. And he gave them the responsibility in the first moment when he was sending them out. When he was commissioning them, he gave them the responsibility. When he was giving man, he said, you're going to work. You're going to be paid from your sweat. That was a commissioning for a man. He gave a woman and commissioned a woman. He said, you're going to give birth with pain. That was a commission for a woman. This was a point that he said, man and woman. When he was commissioning them out there, he mentioned you're going to give forth. You're going to jaza dunia. Meaning there was also an involvement of sex between man and woman. So this was a commission that God granted each and every person a responsibility as a man and a woman. So God knew without giving everybody's responsibility, then there's going to be an issue. There's going to be a problem. So the most outraging of creating man and woman was sex. And after sex, he granted them, man, you're going to work. Woman, you're going to give birth. So in every situation in marriage, sex became the core point that God commissioned. So in your marriage, the word sex is vital. Because many things that are really happening. People killing one another. Cheating. When you look upon the core point that drives in this kind of opposition is sex. Sex is the key thing. So what are we supposed to do? Because this is something that, the devil came to kill, steal, and destroy. He's not happy upon families. Remember in the Garden of Eden, the devil is the one who destroyed that good relationship between Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. So in this generation at this moment, what are we supposed to do? Considering sex being a common thing, being the leading point. Number one, we are called to sacrifice. The way Jesus Christ himself moved from where he was in the palace in heaven, but he sacrificed himself, came down on this earth to die because of our sins, to be killed because of our sins. He sacrificed himself. So in marriage, you must sacrifice. You as a man, you must sacrifice your time. Remember, you are commissioned to work. You must sacrifice that work. Remember, if you cannot work, then you should not eat. So you as a woman, you are granted a leadership, because if your family cannot eat, then who are you as a man? So you are granted already a leadership. You must sacrifice that leadership. You as a woman, you are told to give forth to a generation, you must sacrifice in caring and respect. It is not a negotiable. So your family is much important. So you're given a responsibility. You as a man, your responsibility is to lead your family. You must sacrifice everything. You must sacrifice your time. You must sacrifice the love for your family. As the way Christ loved the church, you as a man, you're being told you must also love your wife. You as a woman, as you are commissioned to give forth to the generation, you are the bride. You must sacrifice yourself to respect and care for your husband. Sacrifice. People have really done away this sacrifice nowadays. People are really jumping away. We're having deadbeat fathers. You're finding women have really find it not okay for them, throwing away the children. There is no care in them. So you must sacrifice. Sacrifice in totality. Not sacrifice by portion. Sacrifice in everything, in your energy, in your strength. It is not going to be easy. It is going to be very painful. Like the way Christ himself, when he came to deliver us from this sin, it is not easy. It wasn't easy for him. He died on that cross with the nails. He died on that cross naked. People even disown him. But he sacrificed because he knew the focus. He really knew what he really wanted for this world. You as a husband, you must have your focus. You must stand with your family. You as a wife, you must stand with your family. You must know what do you want in this marriage. Marriage is not only to come there and waste people's time. No, no, no. You must have a focus. You must know what you really want to achieve. Because marriage itself is a union of love, which depicts sacrifice and commitment. There are times you'll go down, there are times you'll go up. So you must sacrifice your totality. Remember when you are giving your commission of marriage, you said for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poor, until death do us part. Until death do us part. But nowadays, for only a month or so, people have really departed. Marriage is not a trial error. Marriage is a sacrifice and commitment. And it is very clear. If there is nothing in marriage of something like growth, then just put yourself away. Never waste somebody's time. It is better for you not to indulge in that. So we are really called to sacrifice. Sacrifice and sacrifice. So the second thing is education. We must put ourselves into knowing what is this marriage. Education. My people perish because of lack of knowledge. And this one is not only on time on marriage. When you guys were dating, you must understand what is this marriage. Because at that moment when you are dating, the focus point was marriage. So you must have knowledge of this marriage. What is this marriage? Education. Not only thinking of marriage is only for kids, having kids alone. There is beyond that. Because there is issues of finance inside there. There is issues of social inside there. So you must understand about this marriage. You must understand it. Because majority of the people, they find it, you are coming into marriage thinking of children. I didn't say it is a waste of time, but did you guys discuss upon when we don't have children, what will be next? When we will not be having this, what will be next? Because remember, there are things that will happen on the way. There are things that will come on the way. So if you don't educate yourself in a moment at that time, then it derives away the union of two people being together. So you must educate yourself. You must get direct information each and every time. You must acquire that sacrifice of speaking for those people who have been in marriage for years, counseling. Understand one another. Because there is a time where a woman will be having some mood swings. How do you go about it? There's a time a man will be having some mood swings. How do you go about it? So you must be educated when it comes to this. You must have somebody that is going to journey with you. Like the way Jesus Christ himself. Remember, he was God. But he had to choose the 12 to journey with him. This is the same thing when it comes to marriage. You must have people to journey with you, to educate you, to show you here is how you're supposed to do. Here you're supposed to do. When you're angry, this is how you're supposed to hold yourself as a man. You as a woman, when you're having your child, this is how you're supposed to advance yourself to bringing up this child. These are things that you never plan with them by only books, but journeying with people. So you must be educated when it comes to marriage. Educated. Know more about this marriage. Not only to going for marriage and counseling for only a day or two before you're married, before your wedding. No. It's a journey. Remember, people are really changing each and every day. Like now, it is now a digital position. What will happen? It's a generation. What will happen? So it's something that you learn each and every day. So you must be educated. You must be educated when it comes to that. Because you're going even to give forth to a generation. That digital generation. How do I cope with it? When my child comes to me and tell me, Daddy, wewe ni bazoo, how do I cope with it? You need to catch up with that. The digital lifestyle. You need to catch up with it. And these are the things you must also educate yourself so that you're not left behind. You're not left like you don't know anything. You must catch up with the things that are really changing in the society. Remember, even Christ, when he was moving, when he was going to the fishermen, he knew how to speak with them. The language of fishermen. When he was going to churches, he knew how to speak with them. When he was going to any place, he had to speak according to their language. That is how also marriage, you're supposed to speak with the language that is there. You have to grant them the society that is there. You have to grant the language that is there. This is a journey of love. The third thing is xylophone. People call it even xylophone. When xylophone is being played, it offers a sweet, sweet melody. This is an instrument to play music. So when it is being played, it offers a communication that you are called to dance. It offers an information that you are called to dance. When it is being played, it is making you stand up and showcase. It's grant an inner feeling of arousement, of finest. This is the same way when it comes to marriage. This is the same way this music is supposed to play in your heart. And how will it communicate? We are called each and every time as man and woman to communicate to each other. Communicate, be it non-verbal or verbal. Because this is a very, very strong thing that drives in our hearts. Even the old, they will tell you, when a music is played, it touches the heart, it touches the soul. This is the same way when it comes to a communication. You must communicate in each and everything that you do. Must communicate you as a man where you are. I know this one is a difficult one. You must communicate. You must communicate who you are with. You must communicate what are you planning. Remember, you are a leader. But we find ourselves not even communicating because people die, men die, but they leave a lot of money in the banks. They leave a lot of wealth because they did not communicate. You leave your family really suffering outside there. So you must communicate. Even in your sex life, you must communicate. You as a woman, you as a man, you guys must communicate even in your sex life. You're a woman, you can communicate to your husband, telling him, when you see me wearing that red panty or red top, remember today is the day that you're going to have it. Communicate. You as a man, you must make sure that today you really want it. You are saying to your wife, you are texting to her, you're telling, oh my, you are the beautiful, you are the wonderful person. Give her the reality. It's a communication. So communicate should be both ways. Remember, there is no way we should keep away from this communication. Each and every day you must communicate. If you're angry, you must communicate. If you're happy, you must communicate. Where you really want to achieve, you must communicate. I know even in marriage at this moment, people really had some plans starting from January up to now, but they have not achieved it. But you must communicate. You must communicate. What are the things that has made us not to achieve them? What are we supposed to do? Remember, marriage is a journey. Marriage is a journey. So when you hear upon the things that I've really mentioned, the three things I've really mentioned, one is sacrifice. 2 is education. 3 is xylophone. When you mention those 3 words, it derives with the first letter as sex. Sacrifice S, education E, xylophone X, sex. So in your marriage, remember, sex is a key point when it comes to a marriage. Key point. Go and give forth to a generation. Sex. God created man and woman. Sex. 2 shall become 1. Sex. So in your life of marriage, when sex has an issue, then there is something that is going to happen. Mpango wa kando will come in. Infidelity will come in. Ugomvi will come in. Misunderstanding will come in. Remember, when you're also having this sex, when you're having it, remember, it is a motion, it is a moment. When you already have it, giving thanks is not bad. You as a man to say, thank you, my wife, for that. It is an honor. Say it. Communicate. I will wish next time you do like this. Say it. Communicate. Because sex is not a matter to play with. Remember, it is also in this sex where a generation comes in. And remember, the devil came to kill, steal, and destroy. The devil will never look in one way or another to bring a generation to move ahead. Because he came for those 3 purposes. So in every family is where the devil attaches. Because he knows this, in this family there is love. Where there is love is where the plans of the devil come to plant the seed of hate. Where there is love is where Christ is. Remember, Christ is love. So this is a point you should not derive away from it. Sex communicates. Sex unites. Sex gives forth to a generation. So it's the unity. So you as a man, you as a woman, you have a responsibility to make sex to be a passion in your family. To make sex to be a communicating factor in your family. Never make sex to be a dead issue in your family. So when you wake up today, when you sleep today, when you walk today, know that sex is the original point in the unity of a marriage. May God bless you. May God increase you. May God add you more and more days.